After bedtimes, it's so silent. I didn't realise how loud silence can be. And that was really tough. And I don't actually know what I expected motherhood to be. And I don't know how easy I expected motherhood to be. But I just never expected it to be lonely in any way. I got pregnant when I was 22, which is, for me, it felt quite young. And then I became a single mum when she was about 11 months old. I think my life's completely changed. Being a woman in her 20s and being a mum, for me in my life, when she was first born, did not correlate. It was one or the other, and obviously it wasn't a choice. I wanted to be the best mum possible, and I felt like I was being the best mum possible. However, I was unrecognizable to myself. Mentally, I knew I didn't feel like myself, and physically, I didn't look like myself. Right here. You get the visits after you have a baby, and everybody makes a fuss over you and you're pregnant, and at some point you do wake up and realise, oh my gosh, I'm on my own. I'd say that within my personal friendships, family, I didn't want to seem like I was struggling. So it was, I guess, loneliness by choice, or by the circumstance of not wanting to seem like this is hard.
My experience becoming a dad was very difficult. My wife was quite unwell with our first. Our lives consisted of hospital appointments, managing a really small budget and trying to get to grips with being parents. It isolated us quite a lot. My friends were sort of in their 20s and none of them had kids or families. So it was a huge shift for me away from the same type of life my friends had to being on my own, really. I was working, trying to provide, and then also trying to learn to be a parent and bond with Isaac and stuff, which didn't leave much room for anything else. You know, it's once you've done the parent thing, the work thing, social thing is a very small amount of time left for it.
Can you see a planet? I started blogging when my daughter was 4 months old, and I was going through a really tough time in general. I wanted girls in my position when I got pregnant to know that it's doable. Something such as postnatal depression or loneliness negates age, it negates class, it negates race, it negates all of these things that we have in life and society that are barriers. So it created a common ground, but it also gave me an opportunity to realise that this isn't something that I was the only person experiencing.
Typically we've been expected to take on less, and now that things are shifting and women are filling different roles, which is a great thing, dads are filling different roles, but maybe we're not given the tools to do that. We're just expected to step up, which a lot of men who are becoming fathers watch their fathers be quite absent or work a lot and didn't fill these roles. So we're kind of without a guide to do that. I do think dads can let their guard down a little bit. There can be this feeling in some groups that you're invading a mum's group. A couple of the dads have really come out of their shell and started to talk about how it was difficult and it's got easier, especially one dad who used to just bring his son because he had a very small baby daughter.
I felt very lonely, and I think most men do. This place is great for that because I can be me and nobody's going to judge me for the fact that I'm a silly, soppy whatnot who's in touch with my feelings, as long as I'm having fun with my kids.
Hello, welcome to an episode of Alright for a Mum. What's the topic for today?
loneliness and how to accept it, overcome it.
The best thing to do is to speak to other mums, because as much as some women don't like to talk about these things, there are also women who are very open. It's good to have that conversation and also to not feel judged. I think it's quite easy to feel like you're going to be judged even if you're not.
If I was in the same position now, knowing what I know, I'd have asked for help straight away. But I didn't really know what help there was to ask for. I think what would help that is just being more pre-prepared for how it's going to happen, and then when it does happen, knowing what groups are out there. Because certainly I wish I knew what there was earlier than when I found out.